Hey everybody, it's Jenny with Kimberbell, and I'm going to be stitching out the August Applique of the Month design. It's called Falling for Fall. I came in last night and I stitched out this end and I couldn't be happier with it. It is so beautiful for fall. Okay, a few quick tips before we get started. Before you stitch your table runner, you're going to want to wash it on hot in your washing machine and then go ahead and throw it in the dryer and dry it. And then give it a good iron and also starch it, and this will help prevent puckering. A few other tips: we're going to be using medium cutaway, we're going to be stitching a basting box, and you're going to want to maybe change your needle to a 7511 and slow your machine speed down. You're also going to want to check your instructions because you're going to see with this green heart which pieces of fabric you're going to put fusible backing on, which will also help prevent puckering. So remember these tips and you should be in good shape. So let's go ahead and get started. I have already stitched my centering crosshairs file. You can't see it because it's beneath the runner, but I stitched the centering crosshairs file onto my medium cutaway, and I have placed the runner as directed in the instructions. I have taped it down so it's nice and secure. And we're going to get started with step one. So let's go. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is stitch that basting box that we were talking about. So I have loaded my file, I've got the right thread color on my machine, and we're going to go ahead and stitch that box. That was easy enough. Now we're going to go ahead and we're on step 2, which is to stitch the leaf 2 placement line. We're going to use the same color of thread. That was our placement line. So now we're going to put our applique piece down, and this is a lovely little peach felt. So that's kind of fun for this leaf, makes it nice and soft. Okay, we're going to place that, making sure we're covering the placement line. I'm going to give a little bit of tape just on the very outer edges here, and we will tack that felt down. Okay, let's go trim our felt. Now this is going to be a raw edge applique. So we kind of want to pay attention to where we're cutting. We don't want to make it too choppy. Felt is so easy to trim though. That's all trimmed up. That's all we're doing for now with this leaf. Now we're going to repeat the exact same process with our beautiful green leaf. So let's get going on with leaf number 1. Okay, now that we've done our leaf felt, we're going to do the pretty decorative stitches on top. Okay guys, now that we're done with these lovely leaves, we're going to move on to our mushrooms, and trust me, this is going to be really fun, guys. Get it? Fun guy? I had to do that. The puns have to come out. I'm going to change my thread, and we're going to do the placement line for the mushroom gills. Now that we have our placement line, we're going to go ahead and place this gills 1 fabric. By the way, did you know that was called gills? Neither did I. Anyway, that's what it says in the instructions, so it must be right. Anyway, we've got this really soft, warm, beautiful flannel that we're going to be using for that part. So we'll go ahead and place it over the placement line. And let's do the tack down line. Let's go trim it. Okay, now that that's all trimmed and ready to go, we're going to go ahead to step 9, which is to stitch the cap 1 placement line. Our cap 1 applique fabric is this really pretty polka dotty fabric, and it is directional, so follow the directions for how you're going to want to place it. So it goes this way. Let's put that little bit of paper tape. And I want you all to know that in honor of today, I made sure I put a sauteed mushroom in my eggs this morning. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. Okay, let's go trim it. we are going to switch our thread and do the placement line for our next darling little mushroom, the gills too. So we've got our thread ready to go, and we will go ahead and stitch the placement line. I don't know if this is a helpful tip or not, but I'm just going to share it just in case it is. We have so many fabrics happening in this one, and a lot of them are the same. So I've gone ahead and I label them. So as you can see, just with post-it notes, you know which goes where. So I'm going to use my Gills 2 fabric now. So that's just an easy way to organize my little applique pieces. You're probably already doing that. You're probably already doing that better than I am, actually. But that's kind of what I was doing. Okay, we've got this brown fabric for our next mushroom. We will tack that down. Okay, let's go trim that. Hey you guys, I just finished trimming this, but I spy with my little eye on the other side of the cutting table. We have Lottie, and guess what she's working on? She is working on Applique of the Month for next year's February design. That's all I can tell you. Can't give anything away, but it looks like it might involve some green. So that's exciting, isn't it? Okay, now we're gonna do the cap for that mushroom.
You can literally like grab the mushrooms and eat them. You know,
I was telling our friends here that I had a mushroom for breakfast, like in my eggs, just to get in the spirit of it. I really did. I literally I could eat a mushroom today because I'm stitching out mushrooms today.
She's a method stitcher.
I am.
Right
I like to get in the zone.
Yeah, in the zone for sure. I think it looks awesome.
Okay, now we're going to do the decorative outline and the satin outline. We're going to do the Gills 2 details and the Acorn top stem fill. We're going to do the gills, the details on these gills. Sound like I'm saying girls. Now we'll change our thread out to this pearl color. And we're gonna get going on those stems. So what's a mushroom without a stem? It's just a cap. You know, if you think about it, I cut mushrooms this morning when I put them in my eggs. And now I'm cutting mushrooms again. We're not dicing these. We are just going to trim close to the stitch line. You know, if you wanted to, you could use fray check, which I didn't. And I probably should have. It's not a big deal that it's fraying because it's going to be covered by the satin stitch. But if you wanted to use some fray check, you could. Okay, now we're going to stitch the stem decorative outlines. Okay, with this thread still loaded, our very next step is to do the cute little details on top of the mushroom cap. So we're going to go immediately into that. Okay, now we're going to get to leaves 3 and 4. So let's change our thread from this lovely pearl color to, I don't even know. Oh, mango smoothie. That sounds good. And we're going to go through the whole placement, place, stitch, and trim process again. So let's go ahead and get going on those leaves. Okay guys, our table runner is really coming together. We've got the mushrooms, we've got these leaves that are so pretty, and I'm falling for fall. That's what's happening here. I'm falling for fall. We're going to change the thread, and we're going to get working on our cute little acorns, which are such a fun touch for this table runner. So we're on step 25, which is to do the placement line for acorns 1 and 2. So we're going to do the whole place, stitch, trim that we've been doing this whole time, only this time with the acorns. Okay, now we're going to do the acorn to stem fill and the acorn to nut satin outline. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, we've switched to the rust thread, and now we're going to do the details on this original peach leaf that we did in the beginning. All right, we are on we're getting close, guys. We are getting close. We are on step 30, which is to do the acorn 3 placement line. I'm going to place the acorn 3 nut fabric, and that is, again, this pretty polka dotty, rusty, awesome fabric. And that's also directional, so on my instructions it says to place it in that direction. So we're going to place it in the direction we are told to, and tack that down. This is really coming together. This is coming together, guys. Now we're on step 32, which is to do the satin outline. We're on step 33, which is to stitch the acorn 1 nut placement line. Okay, we're going to place the nut fabric. Now on to the satin stitch outline. We're doing the placement lines for acorns 2 and 3. We are almost done, and I couldn't be more excited. We are going to do 3 satin stitches to finish up these acorns, and then we're done. Okay, now we are going to change our thread for the very last time, and that will finish up our last acorn. What does one do with acorns? We are done! Are you falling for fall? Because I sure am. Let's go ahead and just finish up. Okay, let's start by unpicking the basting box. Okay, let's take it out of the hoop. And we'll cut away the cutaway. And just like that, we are done. Look at how beautiful that is. And wasn't it fun? Don't you love all the colors and the warmth, and it's just perfect for fall. Again, this is Applique of the month. This is the August design, and this is the doorstep subscription. You can do doorstep, you can do digital, and you can get this design. If you want the table runner and you want the fabrics, then definitely go for the doorstep. Otherwise, you can have so much fun with the digital. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will catch you next month.